You're now listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.
In my pursuit to go, yeah, the new levels I reach. Aim for the sky, don't settle for less. Realize that you are the best, so aim high. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach. In my pursuit for a higher level, I'm here to break up new ground. I need to shovel. See, I'ma unearth gemstones and precious metals. I boil it like hot water, baby. I need a kettle. And now the whistle's blowing, that means I'm really flowing. You can't get over me, big homie, cause I've been knowing. See, I can see your little beady eyes plotting. No, you can get sliced and served up like Papa Notes. So I'ma watch the dome, but I ain't talking about the rock. See, you acquire haters when you aim for the top. I hope I inspire so you can aspire to a level higher than you have ever desired. When you want to be the best, you have to shoot for the moon. Cause even if you miss, you still the best in the room. Why? Cause you're amongst the stars. You have raised the bar. No longer will you settle for par. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach. Aim for the sky, don't settle for less. Realize that you are the best, so aim high. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach.
What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of Rise Up Worldwide. Listen, it is going to be a great show on this episode, man. I'm telling y'all right now, it's about to go down. And listen, here's why. We got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of opinion to give, and it's going to get juicy. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I am your host. It's your boy Joe Boss. Make sure y'all follow me at Joe Boss Radio. I got my man riding shotgun with me today, Randy. What's good, Randy? How you feeling? Can't hear you, Randy. I don't know what's up, but okay. Chef Rock, I know you off camera. What's good, though?
What's good? What's good? I'm in the building. What's goody, people?
I know that's right. We're making it happen on this episode. Randy, you got your sound together?
Yep. What's going on, Rise Up World?
We good, man. We good. We over here ready to make it happen on this episode. Ready to really just get into these topics. Really ready to just dive on in, man. Just so y'all know, on this episode, man, we're going to be talking about The Little Mermaid, the black version. Right? Obviously the actor Halle Bailey, sister of Chloe Haley, who's also known for Blackish and for the group that she's a part of with her sister Chloe Haley. She is the lead actor. And there's been a lot of backlash concerning her being the lead for The Little Mermaid. And it's a little crazy.
And unnecessary, honestly.
What? Big facts, bro.
Yeah, like...
Big facts. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about... obviously, we absolutely have to discuss Bishop Lamore Whitehead. There was a controversy this week as during one of his services, a woman came in and she was causing some havoc. And during this said havoc, he escorted her out of the building forcefully, right? Some say it was, assault on a woman. Others say, he was defending his wife and child. You can watch the video and judge for yourself. We're going to talk about it. I'll give you my opinion on that.
Right.
We're going to talk about, is it safe to be a rapper?
Mm.
It's been a lot of rappers getting killed, man. You know, it's it just is what it is, unfortunately, right? Is it safe? Is that a profession that's safe anymore, right? Do we really want to say that, I want to be a rapper when I grow up and risk being killed? It's almost like being, you might as well say I'm in the hood in the street still.
Right.
Who knows?
Well, I mean,
And,
rappers ain't been safe since the 80s.
fact,
Yeah.
And lastly, but not we're gonna talk about the Kingdom Choice Awards.
Woo!
That's gonna be happening next week. So stay tuned for that, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Your boy will be in the building.
Yes, I plan to be there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're looking for a good time. You know what I mean? We're gonna enjoy it, and it is what it is. All right. So it's a lot. It's a lot in this episode. It's gonna be packed out. I'm telling y'all, it's really going down, man. So listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to start out with just some music real quick, right? Because, like I said, this episode is so packed that I'm gonna have to squeeze in music. So listen, I'm gonna get into my man Conquest music just to set it off, since he's always a part of the Kingdom Choice Awards, and this year I don't think he's a part of it, but he's always a big supporter of it, just like myself. He's a local fan favorite, and just an overall good dude. You know what I'm saying? So big shout to Conquest. We're gonna get into this track he got called MLK, LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. You know what it is, man. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan. Chicago with the lead.
Thanks for scrutiny with that Skip Bayless fluency. For cadence spit fluidly, this is K-Next and Schoolie D. Composing with no truancy from disdain and mutiny at police and making black folk a bit famous brutally. As rappers, they expected me with thick chains of jewelry. Instead, they got a servant with a kick game that's fluency. With music crisis, resurrection's the greatest eulogy. Foreshadow genius like Jordan with his game at UNC. Independently wealthy, dropping gems that's healthy. All I need is a killer mic to run the jewels of LPs. Among the lonely people I taught, yes, I established the kids with passion while melancholy with infinite sadness. Like that Billy Corgan classic describing injustice we face. You shoot a Jacob Blake and catch no charges in police states. This country's right for outreach, this mouthpiece ain't worried some saints ain't cavalier. I took my talents to that South Beach. I got at least 81 points to prove. My mama mentality that's been anointed too. Sacrifice for excellence, doing I do. Yeah, Kobe was my muse too, with no clue. His helicopter crash would change the whole year. And all these dirty coppers blast who we hold there. Through all of this, we got a mask to control fear. Still, I'm trusting God who got our back, so it nowhere. Yeah. When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone. When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone. Bred to be the raging bull, I aim to hit you. I might do it with my tongue out, MJ edition. With my words, so you should be all ears. I stayed official from the jump, I bring the truth like ball peers. Ask Rachel Nichols, sharper than claws, starring Karuchi or Kawhi before. And know that I'm a T-Rex if you view me as a dinosaur. With rhymes galore among the supremes, like I'm Diana Roar. So Conway, cause this machine is spitting with all types of raw content. Fate-based like a convent, until I'm ash that you put on your face upon length. Renegade for certain, all NBA with the verbiage. I'll drop the hammer on you like LBJ did to Nurkic. This way Lee, I'm more AZ, over your head like Clippers. You're Pat Bev trying to guard KD. I'm a written testimony, that ain't 10 or talk 3. It's John 8, verse 36, the handicap is more free. I come straight as a crucifix, so the masses thoughts me on many ways of truth with this, so they parrot on key. With that Kobe work ethic, I am ferocious. Now my work ethic is Black Panther post-cancer diagnosis. With limited time to change your spirit and mind towards Christ who died and rose in the physical climb to save you from the hurt in your soul, so you can be with the king with 5 rings rocking purple and gold. When When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone. When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone.
I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and Cleveland, this is for you.
When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone. When I shoot my shot, I'ma name it Kobe. Man in the arena, I'ma be LeBron. I wanna be like Mike to be the one and only. For God's glory, then I'm gone.
Listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.
Can't hold me back, let me go. Cause I'm ready to let them know.
See, I ain't here to make you dance, no, that ain't what these raps about. People think the fake is like throwing rocks at a glass house. They look at our meekness, and they think that it's weakness, and think we serve blonde hair, blue-eyed, hippie Jesus. But that's a false image, ain't what the scriptures depicted. You see, for too long we've been going on with these gimmicks. Listen, I've been enlisted, committed to the kingdom, and in the life of a saint, we rebel against the system. His word, it was written and engraved in my heart. So when you walk in the walk, you see, you don't talk, you bark. I'm here making my mark. See, they done let the lion out the cage. Yeah. This is spirit-filled, sanctified rage. If we ain't down for the poor, then tell me what we doing. If we ain't down for the lost, then tell me what we doing. We scared to take it by force, then tell me what we doing. What we doing. If we ain't down for the Great Commission, then what we doing? We playing out of position, I'm saying what we doing. If we ain't trying to make a difference, then tell me what we doing. What we doing. I said it, yo.
Can't hold me back, let me go. Cause I'm ready to let them know.
See, I ain't here to get you hype if you ain't about the light. You scared to get in the rain and don't talk about the fight. See, I'm just putting on for my people in the struggle, cause we've taken the gospel and turned it into a hustle. With all that's going on, we can't just sit and condone it. Instead of waiting for change, it's time to seize the moment and walk in our authority. Separate the real from fake. We don't act and participate. It's time we initiate. Listen, there's a remnant that's doing what we supposed to do. They wonder why we radical. I wonder why y'all comfortable. They gon' say I'm conscious or say I'm too deep. You mad cause I'm woke. I'm mad you still sick. If we ain't down for the poor, then tell me what we doing. If we ain't down for the lost, then tell me what we doing. We scared to take it by force, then tell me what we doing. What we doing. If we ain't down for the Great Commission, then what we doing? We playing out of position, I'm saying what we doing. If we ain't trying to make a difference, then tell me what we doing. What we doing.
I said it, yo. Can't hold me back, let me go. Fists in the air, I'm ready to let them know.
You see, we gotta be the change that we want to see in the world. We can't just talk about it, we gotta be about it. One person can't reach everybody, but anybody can reach somebody if we can. With that being said, listen, with all these kids getting shot, I'm saying what we doing. And all my bros getting locked up, tell me what we doing. If we ain't down for the cause, then tell me what we doing. We got no time to be idle, I'm saying what we doing. Cause so many suicidal, I'm saying what we doing. Hey yo, it's time for revival, I'm saying what we doing. I'm saying yo.
I said, hey yo. Randy, you had a little emphasis on that, bro. You needed to get that one out.
Yeah, for real.
That's
Love it.
Love it, man. Love the energy. Listen, let's really talk about what's happening right now with this Little Mermaid situation, right? So, for those of you that don't know, um, there's a lot of controversy going on about the Little Mermaid, right? Um, and the controversy is because the actor Haley Berry, yeah,
Daily.
Bailey.
Haley Bailey. Sorry, let me get her name correct. Not Holly Berry, Haley Bailey, or Holly Bailey, however you want to say it, right? Um, she was cast as the Little Mermaid, right? She's African American, and this has caused quite a stir. In fact, the multiple articles have come right on out and said that it's only because she's black that this is a problem. It's only because she's black that this is a problem, right? The backlash is transparently racist because all of the negativity is aimed at the casting of a non-white actress to play the mermaid, right? Some interesting Snapple facts that I found, right? And this is according to Forbes. Y'all can go look this article up on Forbes, right? According to Forbes, the trailer, which right now has about 21 million views, or 21 million likes, actually has 1.5 million dislikes.
Wow, that's insane. Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is so much so that Disney removed the dislike counter, but the numbers are still available through some kind of an extension.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's my thing, bro. So all these people are up in arms because she's playing Ariel, but if she was playing, I just had the other character, Ursula, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been an issue, right? And then it's a fictional character. Like, y'all going wild over a fictional character when
Mermaid's not real.
Traditionally, y'all have had umpteenth clear actors and actresses play black people.
That's
historical black
people. I was gonna get into. Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into. Like, this is, and that's why I don't understand, because this is not the first time that's happened before. Like, this has happened even like over decades ago. So, and this happened a lot even in the Marvel universe. Like, no one batted an eye when Samuel L. Jackson took the role of Nick Fury, and he was originally white. You know, then it leads me to question, what if Peter Parker was black instead of Miles Morales being his own character and being Spider-Man? Like, what would happen if they decide to cast Michael B. Jordan as Peter Parker instead of Tom Holland? Like, it's stuff like that is like, it's happened before, and for this movie to have that controversy is just downright crazy to me.
Well, here's the thing. If you look, we talking comics. You look back, the Green Lantern is a black superhero,
right?
And they consistently portray him as white.
I didn't know he started as black, honestly.
So,
there's multiple Green Lanterns. There's the Hal Jordan version.
Hal Jordan, John Stewart.
The John Stewart version is the black version. And then there's like another one that's like a redhead guy. I think his name is Guy, literally Guy something. And he's basically like some Guido. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. I mean, that's how he comes off, really like just cocky and,
Yeah.
But the point is, multiple ones, right?
Yeah.
DC has been trying to introduce Green Lantern, right? Even in the series, but every time it somehow gets shut down. Wonder why that is. Listen, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's crazy.
So another article that I'm reading, right, Well, they're talking about the Little Mermaid and the Woman King, and they're putting them in the same article because they said that the attacks on the Mermaid and the Woman King are unified by a disdain for black women.
Dang.
And it says,
And that's go ahead.
the article says, underneath the backlash lies an uncomfortable truth. Some people think black women shouldn't be at the center of these stories.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
Man, that's crazy, right?
Wow.
And if you notice, it's this isn't the first time that we've seen this, right?
Right.
John Boyega was announced to be in Star Wars, and they thought that he was going to be a Jedi. He received serious backlash. When the comedian, I can't remember her name right now, was announced to be in Ghostbusters, she received backlash.
Yeah.
If you watch, what's the name of that? Not Lord of the Rings, House of Dragons, right?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, thank you. Where they have a black actor with white hair. He's been getting dragged, all because these are black actors in roles where people feel that they shouldn't be there.
Well, let me tell you something about white hair, okay? I accidentally pulled a hair out of my beard the other day, and it was white, no gray in it, pure white.
Right.
Wow.
Right? So that goes to show that genetically that is a possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that some of these people have this Hitler mindset, and crazy enough, they say Hitler had some African American blood in his bloodline.
I bet.
I believe that.
I believe that too.
Right?
I totally believe that.
And so the thing is that these people have in their mind that if it's white, it's right.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And but the thing is, we're not the only people tired of it, right? Because like you said, it was 21 million people liked the trailer, right? So there's 20 plus million people that is just tired of people that's trying to drag out this bigotry.
Right.
Big shout to
You know what I'm saying?
I see you on the check-in, bro. Appreciate you always logging in, man. He's got a lot to say about it. He said, I think they should have kept Ariel a redhead. Disney taken from one marginalized community to give to another.
Interesting.
And then he's also said the Woman King has justified backlash. Lupita supposedly left the movie because they twisted the story to leave out important details of the Dahomey tribe being a part of the slave trade. Woo! Yeah, Lost and Found. If you can, we might have to have you jump on, bro.
Man, listen.
Sound like you got some facts that some Snapple facts that need to be discussed.
He about to educate us right now.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Listen, it is what it is. So I can't speak about the Woman King too much because I haven't seen the movie. I haven't read up on it to know all of the details. I don't know. But I will say that when it comes to The Little Mermaid, it does not surprise me that there are also things wrong with the Woman King. But at the same time, best believe this week, I's gonna see the Woman King. I'm telling you that. I definitely am going to support. When Black Panther Wakanda Forever comes out, I'll be there dressed in all white. Make sure that y'all, whenever y'all go see it, make sure y'all dress in white. In honor of Chadwick Boseman.
Bet for sure.
You know what I mean? But or listen, if you're not gonna dress in all white, put on a dashiki. Put on some African garbs. Do what you're gonna do, because best believe I will be there in one or the other, maybe both. You never know, right? You never
I'll be on
know.
the lookout. I'll be on the lookout.
Listen, we gonna support over here. I'm gonna tell you that. So listen, let me get into some music. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation, and we'll continue moving forward. And since the homie is in the comments and really shouting us out early, right? We might as well get some of his music on here because bruh been doing his thing. Got to shout him out. So let's get to this track by DJ Lost and Found featuring SO and Aaron Cole. Y'all know what it is, man. Rise up worldwide. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Yeah.
When you see that special somebody, you go to like see her, be like, yo, what's up? What's the move? What's the way, baby? Tell me what you're saying. I've been working all night trying to get you on a date. I've been working trying to get you on a date. I look into your face, baby. What's the move? What's the way, baby? Tell me what you're saying. I've been working all night trying to get you on a date. Now let this young man sing it to you. Say, I've been practicing words on the way to work. Yeah. I just had to pray on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your work. Yeah. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Had me practicing words on the way to work. Had to say a prayer on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your worth. Yeah. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Tell me what's the move?
Tell me what's the move, girl? I just mean if you try and get this ring, then it's only one thing that I wanna see you do, girl. Love me like the one above me. Holla at a king, let me show you what you worth, girl. You gon' get this ring, I mean you finish school first, girl. You get everything that you dreamed of, cause I adore you. And I gotta show you that everything God has got it for you, girl. I wanna be the one who's fighting for you, girl. The only one to put his life up for you. I'll be a tangible light. You see that candle at night, wanna be the man of your life, the one who light it for you, girl. So girl, tell me what you wanna do. It's a win-win situation, what you got to lose. I mean, in each situation, you just gotta choose. So choose your own adventure, what you try to prove. Girl, tell me what's the move.
What's the move? What's the move? What's the way, baby? Tell me what you're saying. I've been working all night trying to get you on a date. I've been working trying to get you on a date. I look into your face, baby. What's the move? What's the way, baby? Tell me what you're saying. I've been working all night trying to get you on a date. Now let this young man sing it to you. I've been practicing words on the way to work. I just had to pray on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your worth. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Had me practicing words on the way to work. Had to say a prayer on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your worth. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Tell me what's the move.
Look, practicing words on the way to church, way to work. If you wanna go, then we can make it work. Take the urge, wanna make you smile, wanna make you curve. Please don't move too fast, don't reject me, girl, I ain't a jerk. Baby, if you want, then we can vibe. I've been watching you the stalkers and all this time. Shorty, just forget that other guy. Know he got you on the side. You too fine to be a dime. Yeah, practicing lines in my whip. Like, tell me what's your name and tell me what's your zip and tell me all your interests. Got you on my wish list. Every day with you gon' feel like it's a Merry Christmas. Yeah, come in my office, we got business. Yeah, throw up a finger, I'm your witness. Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm in the zone. So tell me what's the more.
I've been practicing words on the way to work. I just had to pray on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your worth. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Had me practicing words on the way to work. Had to say a prayer on my way to church. Look into my eyes, I can see your worth. When I come through, I'ma tell you one truth. Tell me what's the move.
Y'all know what it is, man. Rise up worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
DJ Lost and Found. What up, bro?
Boom, boom, boom.
Chilling. Ooh. They went in on this conversation.
My man about to choose war.
It might be that. It might be that.
DJ Lost and Found said, I don't want peace. I want problems.
All the smoke.
All the smoke.
Always. Always, for real, for real.
Man, I just got turned on to that clip. I just saw it like for the first time this week. I
Mhm.
have been laughing at it so hard, like every day. It's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen, bro.
It is.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Always.
It's such bad acting. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Facts. That's what I'm thinking.
Right?
It's
But
like, what the
it
heck?
actually does look scary.
Uh-huh.
So it's so many levels of funny to me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Lost and found, man. Talk to me, bro. You got some information, and you got the insight on some things that we weren't aware of. So you got some information that I would like to hear, bro. Talk
So
about it.
you want to hear about the woman king first?
Sure.
Yeah, drop that knowledge because
So
I heard a little bit about that too.
yeah. Oh, so let me not say I'm not a expert. This is only from what I've gathered like this past week. Cause I saw the trailer, I was like, yo, this looks fire. Like, and it really does. It looks like a good movie. It looks like a great movie. And
Right.
from all I'm hearing, that it is a great movie. But the issue is there's a possibility of the facts not being complete. You know what I mean? And this supposed to be, because the way that they selling it is a true story. That's the way that they selling it. So the homie people and tribe, basically from what I'm gathering, they conquered other African tribes and they were a part of the slave trade, and a huge part of that.
Wow.
Uh, what I'm and the reason I said Lapita, so supposedly Lapita Luongo, she left the project early on. She
Wow.
signed on to co-star, and she left because she didn't agree with the story. And then she did like a whole documentary about it, which I haven't gotten a chance to see yet. But my problem is, yo, it seems as though that they're not being 100% truthful, because they're painting it as these Europeans have come here. We got to defend ourselves, and this all woman tribe is going to defeat this incoming threat. First of all, from what I understand, the Europeans were the people. There were Christian Europeans who came and they actually defended other Africans from the Dahomey people, who were enslaving people and giving them to other Europeans for the slave trade, right? Uh, and then also just killing and massacring other tribes. Um, so that's one. Like you're painting the picture as if there's this white devil and black women have come to save us from them. Secondly, when you look at the stats, supposed stats of the amount of people who died in that war, thousands of Dahomey people died, and it also, it wasn't all female warriors either. There was male and female, and there was probably about equal numbers from what I understand. But the Dahomey people lost thousands of people in this fight, in this war, in this battle. I think there was two. And then the French who they were fighting lost about 20. Like, or like 200 was the top number, I think was. So
200 people or 200,000?
200 people, bro. Like, you got decimated. You got decimated.
Wow.
And y'all selling the movie because, listen, one thing that I think that, and I don't blame us, but I think our people were very susceptible to when you bring up race and try to like use that to galvanize us, right? Did it with Biden to go against Trump. I'm not a Trumpster. People think I'm a Trumpster. I'm not. I'm just for truth. That's it. I want the truth. And then with this, you galvanizing and you taking us and you're baiting us. Huh? Yeah, I want problems. I want problems, bro.
He wants that smoke.
Anybody can get it because it's I want truth. I want real justice, right? So with this, if you're painting white folks or European folks as the problem and the antagonists, but they were actually the people who were helping black folks, where's that in the story? That should be covered. That's my issue.
Right. Listen, I cannot argue with you on those points because
And that's if it's true, because this is only from what I'm learning.
Right. But still, still, it's one of those things. It's like, that's like
Sketchy, man.
sketchy. Yeah, to say the least.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
But in any case, man, thank you for this information. That was really good. Because I hadn't done research on it yet, or the homie, and to hear that, it's kind of disheartening. Like, dang, you know what I mean? Because the homie women was who they based the Dora Milaje off of.
Yep.
Based on them. So to hear this is like, ooh.
Which I think is dope, though. I think the Dora Milaje, the way that they pictured them in Black Panther, I thought was dope. I loved it. You know what I mean? I love that. But just if you're gonna say based on a true story, let's tell the truth. And then also I did watch the what's the dude who plays the king? What's his name again? Who was in Star Wars?
In Star Wars?
Yeah, the black dude.
John Boyega.
Yeah. He was on The Breakfast Club. They could have nailed him to the wall to like really make him answer this. He spoke about it, but I feel like he talked around it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I haven't seen the movie. I don't know for sure, but this is what I'm hearing.
He's in the movie?
Yeah,
he
plays
the king. He plays the king.
Oh, John Boy. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's the king.
Oh,
right. And
okay.
so here's the thing. A lot of times what we don't realize is that when these things happen, it actually do our people more harm than good.
Yeah.
It does us more harm than good.
Explain.
But and the reason why because we're so attracted to stories like this and historical facts or what is presented as historical facts, we're so attracted to it because we hardly ever see ourselves in situations where we're the victor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what I mean by it does more harm than good is the fact that now people go and do some research, which we don't like to do, but then you go and do the research and find out that this based on a true story was a fairy tale.
Right.
And not the truth.
Dang.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So my thoughts to that is not that it's more harmful, because again, I think that it's switching a narrative, right? Because yes, they lost, they were decimated, a lot of things. You can point to the tragic parts of it, but also you can point to the good parts of it in the sense that from that shows strong women, right? You can point that out. You can point out that women can be leaders. They can be in let's just call it military service. They can defend the home when called upon. You know what I mean? So I think it's very empowering for Black women, and particularly. But I respect and I understand where you're coming from when it can be harmful because it's not necessarily true, right? But
then if that's the case, what if it sends a positive message of empowerment towards Black people? Like movies like that in general, would that still be somewhat harmful, even though it may not be all the way true? But
that's my point. It's not all the way true, but it still can be empowering.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Right, but the fact that it's not true, that's one of those things where it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do I pour more salt on this wound, or is this enough? You know what I mean?
Just don't put based on a true story.
Yeah,
if it was just a story, and you had Black women kicking behind.
So here's
or be like inspired. How about that? Like just say it's been inspired.
That's it means the same thing. This is what I've learned about media language, particularly with movies, right? When something is based on a true story, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a true story. It means that they took elements from this story and painted and made a movie from elements. It doesn't say like the autobiography of or a history of, right? That would be a flat out lie. But based on the homie women, it's actually true. because they did take a lot of that history and they've used it to paint a picture. So we have to be more cognizant to understand that just because it's based on something doesn't necessarily mean that it's a true story. It just means they took elements from it. Like, for example, when we see, I'm gonna give you a intentionally bad example, right? Intentionally bad. Y'all know those guys, the Island Boys?
Yeah.
Right? Their music is based on historically Caribbean and Black music, right? They're doing Caribbean Black music. They're doing a terrible job of it, but that's what they're doing. So it's based on Caribbean music.
Yeah, but it's not bringing anything positive to Caribbean music though. And that's the point that I was hold on. Just the point that I was making. So when we leave out the fact that these people this tribe in particular was a tribe that were selling other Africans, we can't praise that and give round of applause for that, but then turn around and be mad at the European nation that was slave traders.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we can't do that.
Right.
We can't do that. And so what they did was they tried to smooth it over by because guess what? Black women want to feel empowered. Black women want to feel important. Black women want to be at the center of attention and not deal with so much hate and judgmental crap that they deal with. And so because of that, we choose the lesser of two evils. But we've done that so long and it hasn't gotten us anywhere as a nation of people. Choosing the lesser of two evils, because guess what? There is also another choice, and that choice is truth.
Again, I don't think this was meant to be a historically factual thing. I don't think it was meant for that. I think it was. No, I don't think it was meant. I think to say something that's going to be historically factual would have been a documentary. This was a movie made for entertainment.
So,
and sell tickets. I don't, I just don't think it was made for that purpose. It wasn't made for the purpose to be historically factual. They made it to make money off the movie. Let's just put that flat on the board. So it's made to be entertaining, possibly women empowering. I don't think it was meant to be historically factual. I'm not defending the movie per se, because I agree with you that, we have to do better as our own people. But at the same time, in thinking about the purpose of this movie, is to take elements of it and make money off of it.
So
if I'm wrong, please let me know.
No, I'm just gonna add that a little wrinkle, right? This movie is not even written by Black folks. It's written by a white woman.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's directed by a Black woman, I believe, but written by a white woman. So I think that there is, if somebody was to pause and say there's a possibility that there's a motive behind this to push an agenda, I think that's possible. I think it's possible. You know what I mean? Because listen, all you got to do is ruffle with people's emotions, and you can galvanize them. Look at Biden. His approval rating has shot through the roof. Yeah, I'm gonna take it to that. His approval rating shot through the roof because of the student debt cancellation, right?
Yeah,
which actually can get shot down from what I believe I've heard. But his approval rating shot up, and of course, at election time, he chooses to do this, right? Where he had this whole 2 years where he could have did that. He did Asian hate right away. He could have did this stuff a long time ago, but moving on. Sorry.
Listen, there's always an agenda, especially in politics.
Absolutely.
In politics and media, there's always an agenda. It's up to us to not have the blinders on and not recognize what they are. I am not looking for this movie to give me historical facts about it. In fact, I actually look at it as if it's a Marvel movie, to be honest with you.
Ooh, even worse.
Yeah. he's like not helping, bro, not helping.
Let me say this real quick, because Lost and Found just said, there, y'all just said it's always an agenda, and you got to open your eyes and you got to see. Why is it anytime the government gets ready to do any major moves that's going to hurt us, they give us something that don't really mean nothing?
Bait and switch.
Every single time. So now it's election time is rolling around. Of course, they're getting ready to do something. We already know that the dude in Florida is already doing all kind of craziness and writing policies that literally to just throw away with a whole bunch of rights that black people have. Right?
Herschel Walker?
No, DeSantis or whatever his name is.
DeSantis.
Okay. I want to talk. We're gonna talk Herschel
but
Walker too.
but what they do is they throw us these smoke screens, and so they throw us a bone. They throw us a bone, the Woman King, and they throw us a bone, Black Little Mermaid, and then our focus goes all onto that, and not to what they're doing undercover. That's going to hurt us, because false narratives hurt us, but it won't hurt us as much as what they're doing in politics.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like a lot of times we get so wrapped up in the quote unquote current events or what we see in media that we really miss the real things that's happening.
Yeah.
Listen, let's get to some music. I want to break it up a little bit. When we come back, we can continue on with this conversation. Also, I want to jump into this conversation about Bishop Lamore Whitehead and him pushing the woman out of church. There's going to be some unpopular opinions coming up. I can tell you, I know my opinion is going to be unpopular. I'm going to tell you that right now. Rarely do DJ Lost and Found and I agree, so I'm expecting him to have a different opinion than me.
I'm Rick James. No, I'm sorry.
What you say? Rick James.
You go a couple different ways from there.
Yo, listen,
be careful.
Listen. I better grab my popcorn on this break.
I mean, listen. I don't even know what to say to this guy, right? Because
Chef's setting you up, bro.
Yo,
he trying to get you, revving you up.
Listen. I know. This is my brother.
Don't pay me no mind.
This is how we do. This has been my brother for a long time. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna get into some music. Let's get into this track called "Get Up." Bizzle for God Over Money. The General featuring Jared Sanders. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
We been on a mission with the game. G.O.M. the fishermen in bang. Pleading for the kingdom, we aboard. Try keeping more precision with the aim. We the poor, we need the lead approach. Our king went in, so we go in the same. Eager for the people, we implore you to keep it. Jesus, we gon' speak his name. Bless you up, bless him up, bang. Weapon up, this is not a game. Tell you what I tell myself in love, boy. Step it up and live the life you claim. I ain't trying to be God, dog. I'm just trying to please God, dog. Perfect, I don't claim to be it all. I just know I need God, dog. He is everything we need to know. He is everywhere we need to go. We ain't have a seed to sow, and he gave me everything a tree we need to grow. We the kingdom need to go and teach and believe in Jesus. He can free your soul. Just know it ain't no other way. Just go. It ain't no more to say. Let's roll. Cause he reigns, I do what he say, I don't ask why. Left the grave, took my death away, gave me back life. Told me how to move, dropping jewels out the sky. And he's coming soon, till he do, homie, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Ay, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Ay,
get up and go, get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Hey, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go.
We gotta unify. I'm part of the body, is do or die. If I get a shot in the Ruger fly, suit and tie in the body is eulogized. I was doing my duty to crucify. Son of God, son of man, let him bruise the body, brutalize, scrutinize, and he let him do it live so that you and I truly beautify. Yeah, I got blood on me. Had it on me out of junior high. Man, I had drip back then. Call him up and get a new supply. Thank God he ain't get the conclusion. I wasn't moving and stupefied with a losing vibe. I was fooling and stupid high. He don't look with a human eye. Got a solution, my evolution by persecution. I ain't revolutionized and refusing to feudalize and pollution of Lucifer's new supply. It's the looniest use of time. Keep it moving, guys. Man, it's putrefying. Get a view of Zion and you better never lose your grip on the lion that Judas prize. My God.
Cause it rains, I do what he say, I don't ask why. Left the grave, took my death away, gave me back life. Told me how to move, dropping jewels out the sky. And he's coming soon, till he do, homie, I get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Ay, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Ay, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go. Ay, get up and go. Get up and get up and get up and get up and go.
He told me get up and go, I'm ripping up the gross lifestyle, biggest sinner, no more bigger dealer of hope to the fans that will fill up the show, spit truth that can seal up the holes in the hearts, and I'ma make you killer and bold, a gorilla with a killer approach, King Kong, Godzilla, with flows, get your skill up and post to my son Jesus, who's the healer of souls. I said, Lord, like I'm willing to roll, then he gave me get fill up the ghost, I'm as ill as before, but it's God of a skrilla and dough. New art with the loss, we gon' fill up the boat, hooker in the pimp, hitter and both, the dealer and the fiend need to fit up with dope, the gang, we get the deep, the killer, the folk in the ghetto, Christ saves that it stood up result, stood up result. Only reason we record and write these bars, and we're even preaching for his righteous cause, cause we have seen his glory, Christ is Lord, we received him freely, called despite the flaws. Read and see he's talking like a boss, defeating demon armies by the cross, undefeated, he will surely fight your wars. Homie, get up and go.
Uh-oh, Mac Busy done did it again.
If I ever let you down, I didn't mean it. Find my way, just trying to find my way. I'm not perfect, no excuse, but can we reason? What I'm trying to say is, can we run it back? Yeah, run it back. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Yeah, run it back. Yeah, run it back. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. If I ever broke your heart, I didn't mean it. Young and stupid, ride around, wish on demons. That gone, real love, never seen it. Mama working, she did AM and a PM. But I can't tell you number facts, tell you where I'm at. Yeah. Streets had shaped my mind, had let go of that. Yeah. Had to break that curse, I had my soul attached. Yeah. My love ain't got no limits, like a soldier rat. Yeah. Next time call on me, I promise I won't let you down. I'm there for whatever you need. I'll be there to help if you need. Take time to heal, we all gotta get better. I took the first step, hope it's coming together. If we don't talk now, hope it ain't for forever. Yeah. If I ever let you down, I didn't mean it. Find my way, just trying to find my way. I'm not perfect, no excuse, but can we reason? What I'm trying to say is, can we run it back? Yeah, run it back. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Run it back, yeah, run it back, yeah, run it back, run it back, yeah. Speak up, let me know how you feeling. Bad vibes, I can see all the tension. I was there, I had perfect attendance. You was gone, but you never admitted. Let it go, I can't hold it against you. Made a choice, I can never resent it. I ain't perfect, but you know I repented. I was empty, but you know it replenished. Yeah, gotta take time to see what it is. Gotta maintain, put that on my kids. Earn the respect that I had to give. I had to chill, now down the fort and it's time to rebuild. I can't control you, it is what it is. When I took an L, I learned how to live. Burn out a bridge, can't go back. Ay, go back, go back. I made mistakes and I know that. You got a chance, don't blow that. You got some love, then show that. Yeah. They say time don't wait. You got an out with your brother or sister, then go ahead and call him today. Yeah. If I ever let you down, I didn't mean it. Find my way, just trying to find my way. I'm not perfect, no excuse, but can we reason? What I'm trying to say is, can we run it back? Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Don't touch that dial. Keep it locked at riseupworldwide.com.
Y'all know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide in the building.
Yeah.
Your boy Joe Boss. I'm here, man.
Yes, sir.
I got Randy with me.
Yerp.
Got Chef Rock with me. And I
I'm
got
already.
DJ Lost and Found. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Making it happen, man. Listen, that track we just ran was Mission called Run a Bag. And that joint was fire, man.
That was fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was Mission Fire.
I
So
had no idea.
it definitely was fire, but I want to say something, please, if y'all don't mind. So we just gonna act like I started to say something before the other song even popped off, but it was two fire joints back to back. So I said, let me hold my peace.
He said, hold my drink.
Right. So we just gonna act like Bizzle ain't just go crazy on that song. We gonna act like they ain't just go crazy.
They ain't snapped. I was trying to follow along.
Like they all snap. Like I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know how I feel about Biz. That's my guy.
Facts.
I'm be honest. This might be the first joint that somebody got the best of him. They didn't had to snap. They didn't had to snap. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I'm keeping it 1,000.
That's a big statement.
Big statement right there.
Exactly. And I don't listen, y'all know how I feel about Biz. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But I literally was thinking that, like, wait, he might got Biz on this one. And then I heard Dayton snap at the end. I'm like, listen, because your man got to ride.
Listen, y'all know my dude is Jared Sanders.
Yeah, that's same.
Yeah, I thought he had it. Yeah,
same. Yeah,
That's what I'm telling you, man. Jared is bruh.
Listen, out of all of them, Jared might be my favorite from GOM.
Son, Jared's a monster, bro.
Listen, yo, I will say this: every artist on GOM is monsters.
Everybody
in their own right. Every one of them. Every single one of them. There ain't no weak links on GOM. It's really, it really boils down to the flavor of what you want to listen to.
Yeah.
There ain't no weak links over there. You know what I mean? So
like seriously, bar heavy dudes, like each and every one of them, even former members.
Rob, you took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
That's a fact.
Because listen, people out here are not playing over there. They are not playing at GOM, and I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them one bit. So, but anyway, I don't want to get too far off of the topic.
Tangent.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, we do play music on this show, so it's definitely relevant. But listen, I want to get into the situation. And listen, I want to say this first, right? If you're sensitive, this may trigger you. This conversation may trigger anyone who has ever been a part of domestic violence, who's ever been just a part of any type of violent situation. This may trigger you. So I want to make sure that we let that disclaimer come forth right ahead, because what we're going to talk about is Bishop Whitehead and the way he handled the situation with the woman that came in his church, that I feel officially, you know what I mean? Well, I feel that was a setup anyway. That's my opinion, right? So here's the facts, right? There was two women that came to one of the services held at Bishop Lamore Whitehead's church. During the service, one of the women stood up, started speaking out. I don't know what she was actually saying. Bishop Whitehead called her forward. And from whatever happened from there, I'm trying to phrase this as nicely and as impartial as I can. He called her forward. That turned into some type of back and forth situation, right? Um, which y'all can go check out his live. Y'all can look at it yourself, right? From that, the woman started walking towards him. Then she walked towards his wife and child. He became panicked and grabbed the woman by the back of her neck and pushed her out of the church.
Mm.
Right? Those are the Snapple facts, right? Those are the facts. Now, everyone has opinion about how the situation should have been handled. Oh, he's a bishop. Maybe he shouldn't have handled it that way. Oh, he was just protecting his wife. That's the other side of it, right? Then is, well, where was the security? These are all things that are factors, but in a quick moment, right? And when you got a fight or flight situation, if I am a husband, if I am leading service, someone comes disrupt service, I don't know who this person is, and then I see them run towards or walk towards my wife and child, and I don't know who they are, what their intentions are, I honestly cannot say that I would have reacted differently than what he did. I cannot say that I would not have, because at the end of the day, chivalry matters, don't get me wrong, and I don't ever condone putting your hands on a woman, right? But at the same time, chivalry ends with protection. And if I had to call the police, I don't get a choice to say I want a woman cop or a man cop. Whoever comes is whoever I get. They're going to do their job versus whatever happens, right? Same goes with protecting your family. I don't choose who's going to attack my family, right? Or if I think somebody's going to attack my family. I can't say that I would respond differently, because real talk, and I'm keeping it 1,000 with you guys. If somebody was coming towards my family in that manner, I'm going to react similarly to the way he did. Maybe not to the extent that he did, but best believe I'm going to lay hands, and it ain't going to be to pray.
Okay. So let me say this. I walked away with the video with more questions than more of an opinion.
Right.
So I had some questions that I wanted to ask. That I think should have been at the forefront. First and foremost, after you just got robbed at gunpoint, there should have been security.
Facts.
There should have been security, bro.
Like, that's what
Right? So there's no excuse for that, bro. You riding around in Lambo trucks and everything. Have security, bro.
Right.
That's one. Two, I can understand that, and I could agree with you if the assailant, alleged assailant, was a guy. It was a guy. It was a female. It was a woman. It was a woman. Right? So if anything, he could have just like bear hugged her and moved out the way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's also tact in what we can do too, right? So now you up in arms and that defensive when it came to a woman, right? But you wasn't up in arms after them dudes left out that church. You weren't trying to chase them down. Right? You put on it. See, no, when you put on this street persona and you talk that talk, why you ain't had a blicky when they ran out the church and start busting at them? You see what I'm saying? So you cannot put on this. You can't put on this facade for the cameras and wanting to box celebrities that you know ain't about to put their career in jeopardy to box you.
So I will say that the dudes that ran up in the church had guns. That's a different situation, and it was 3 of them.
Well, bro, if I'm putting up that kind of front on cameras, bro, and all that, and I'm riding around with that much jewelry, and I'm still acting like I'm just as street as I was before I quote unquote got saved, I'ma have a hammer too.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, and it's always easy when in hindsight, right? Like we have the facts, we can always look back on the situation, and
Well,
I agree.
I'm saying that because I've been in those situations, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, I agree
right?
with you. I understand where you're coming from because if you gonna walk around like that, Bentleys or whatever type of cars he's driving, flashing your jewelry in Brooklyn, let's be honest, like it ain't hood in Brooklyn, right? You definitely need to have something with you for sure. Now, after you get robbed at gunpoint on camera, you need to get rid of one of them cars, get you some security, and have your own hammer for situations like that, right?
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. And let me say, because I had this conversation with Elder Zamar earlier tonight, and he was like, well, you know, if that was our pastor, we would stand behind our pastor too. I said, well, the difference between him and our pastor is that he would never put himself, his family, or his congregation in that predicament. That's the difference.
Facts.
That's the difference. So you can't run around here and every time you jumping around on camera, you this, you that, you the bishop, this and that, but you exercising no wisdom.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Right. So you know, I mean, so how do y'all feel about it? Because I feel like the way he handled this second situation with the woman running into the church, right? Like I said, I have to be honest. If somebody ran up in the church and got near my family and I don't know who they are, I think they may attack them. I can't honestly say that I would have responded differently. Because
I mean,
my family first at all costs.
Yeah, and you know, I definitely get what Joe is saying about that, because the thing is, when we're in fight or flight, there's no time to think straight. It's like action now, later.
Right.
So as a family man, like if you see a family being attacked or threatened in any shape or form, your instant reaction is going to be to protect your family, you know, regardless of who the attacker is. And that's one of the things that I can definitely understand. To go what Chef Rock was saying, that was one of the things I was thinking too, is like, where was security? You know, after that whole situation with the setup with the guns and all that,
right?
It would have made sense to have security.
Big
for
shout
safe
to
measure.
Terry Con Adolfo, and big shout to Q the Prophet. I appreciate y'all logging in. Q the Prophet just said that the woman was out of order, first of all, but there should have been vigilant women to stop that sister.
Right. Yeah, and that's another
there you
thing.
Go. There you go.
And I don't think she should have gotten close to the altar to begin with. I mean, I don't know how far the entrance to the altar is in that church.
Right.
But if she was already causing disruption, why did she get the opportunity to get close? Why didn't anybody at least be like, yo, sis, calm down. Let's step outside and talk or whatever. Like, I felt like that kind of made no sense to me.
Right.
Because here's the thing. If it wasn't him and it wasn't in the church and we seen another dude put hands on a woman, nobody would be feeling it. Let's just keep it 1,000. Nobody would be feeling it, right? And so I don't know about how they setup is. I just know about my church. My church my first lady has assistants who would have been up immediately to stop that woman from even approaching her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, as far as what you said, Joe, listen, I know my sis. You wouldn't have had to protect Nat from another woman.
Either way.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, well, Nat like that?
Nat would have squared up herself. So but basically what I'm saying is that if we're gonna say that we got to have things in order where, unless absolutely necessary, men shouldn't pray for women at the altar and all these different things that we have in place at church. There should have been things in place at church, right? Because if it wasn't in a church, it was at a supermarket or something, and he'd have ran up and yoked the woman up, it would have been looked at totally different.
Right.
So, you know what? The thing that I hate the most about the situation, right, is, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never met Bishop Whitehead. I've never met him in person. I didn't even know who he was. I never heard of him until the situation where his church was robbed, right? But I can tell you, I can see trauma.
Wow.
Right? He has gone through a traumatic event where he was robbed at gunpoint. That in itself is trauma.
Yeah.
Secondly, he was robbed at gunpoint in front of his entire church that he's supposed to be the leader of.
Wow.
That's traumatic.
Yeah.
Number three is all of it was on Facebook and for the world to see and pass judgment. So not only can't he process to himself, he's not getting support from the church, because what I'm seeing from the Christian community is we're eating our own.
Wow.
We're literally eating our own. This is a man who really needs help. He needs to see a therapist. He needs to come out of the spotlight for a while, because he's literally imploding for the world to see, and is making the church look bad, because this is like, for everybody watching, this is reality TV, right? So everybody's passing judgment. They got the worst things to say about him. But for this man and his family and his wife, who I have met his wife before, right? This is an attack on their family. And people are not thinking about these negative things that they're saying. Now, on the flip side, Bishop Whitehead needs to come off of social media for a while, because he's making it worse, right? But this is for everybody else's reality TV. This is his real life. This is his real life right now, right? And because it's his real life, and because it's so bad, if you really pay attention, he's breaking down in front of us all. And the worst part about it is, I don't think he sees it, and he's not in the place where he's receiving counsel, because I would almost bet that his wife loves him and has told him to stop. If there's anybody in his life that loves him, I'm sure they have told him, bruh, you tripping right now. But he's in a place, when you have a hood mentality, the way we deal with hood things is not, we don't flight in the hood. If you come from a really tough background, you don't run from situations, you face them head on. He's taking hood coping mechanisms and he's bringing it to social media as the bishop of a church.
But why? But why? Because when you get into an arena where you're pastoring people, right? Where anything that happens to these people spiritually, the blood is on your hands. There has to be something different, because all he's doing is adding fuel to the fire. And then when you sit there and you refuse to take counsel, wise counsel from people, even your wife who's your rib, then there's nothing, as much as we can say, oh yeah, we got to stop doing this and the church got to stop doing that. Okay, if the church and everybody stop doing that, is that going to change his actions? Because the change don't happen from outside and other people, the change happen within.
You gotta make the choice.
Right? And so now, because now at the end of the day, the Holy Spirit got to be convicting you. So if you're not heeding to the unction of the Holy Spirit, ain't nothing me, you, or no other church bishops can say to him that's gonna make him change.
That's good.
Right? So we sit there and see that's the problem. We don't like to take accountability in church culture. A lot of people do not like to take accountability.
Yep. Right.
And he has to be accountable for his actions because you're pastoring these people. You're saying you're a bishop in the Lord's church. You got to take accountability for what you're doing, bro. Because you're not doing. Why wouldn't somebody try you in your church like that if you're running around acting like you can't get touched? Rappers is dying left and right.
Yep.
Every day.
Every day, the same thing. Just and I know we're gonna get into it a little later, but just I wanted to make the correlation. The same situation with PNB Rock antagonized some dudes on live, and literally a week later he was dead.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So again, wisdom. Get wisdom. That's the word. So you preaching this word, but the word is telling you get wisdom.
So listen, we got Q the Prophet is about to come in onto the live. I'm gonna bring him in. I want to introduce my brother Q the Prophet.
Yo, peace, everybody.
Peace. What's good, bro?
Good.
Everything's good. I'm on my night job, getting ready to start at midnight. But I just wanted to drop, a few things. I've known Bishop Lamar Whitehead, since 2016. I preached at his church and everything. I knew his wife Asia. I knew her late mother, the late overseer Cheryl Dose Reese, and she comes from great stock of ministry. They're anointed people. But Bishop Whitehead, before this whole controversy and this whole situation, this man did a lot of work in the community. This dude was feeding families. This dude fed families even during the pandemic, buying groceries for people and everything. Thanksgiving, he's doing turkey drives, clothing drives, like you name it. He's doing that and everything. And even, being amongst the celebrities and all, winning people. So he really has the heart of God. But, in light of the situation that has transpired, I can say this honestly, that the core of bishops in Brooklyn, New York, or in the tri-state area, and even the 5 boroughs of New York City doesn't really receive him as it and don't honor his bishopric. So he's left out there to the wolves. So now here's a dude that, like you said, coping mechanisms now that he has to defend himself. Like every time, if you notice, like all of his lives, he's always saying, I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm fighting, I'm repping, I'm doing this and all. So, and the sad part is that, this goes to show the immaturity of the church as well, because the Bible says this, and it said in Galatians 6:1, if a man, not a bishop, not a pastor, if a man is overtaken in a fault, then you that are spiritual ought to restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. And even though that verse applies, to a certain area, but at the same time, we should be more praying for this man of God rather than bashing him. And I mean, I've seen bishops who don't even know this dude conforming to the narrative of what Larry Reed, King Jives, and all have put out about him, and even the media and everything. And we all know how the media, is worse against the black man. We've seen the media destroy Michael Jackson, Tupac, and everybody. So now they're spinning this narrative upon this guy because of his past. And what a lot of people don't seem to realize, that all the allegations that happened to him before when he got locked up in jail, all that was false accusations that was brought up, and that they created, and all from Nassau County years ago. The person that locked him up, that made all those charges in the warrant, that person had to resign office because of the thing that's going on. And I'm not saying all this to defend my brother or so. I'm praying for him.
Facts.
But but even also in light of what happened this past Sunday, see, the thing is that a growing ministry and everything, if you don't have a fortified front as far as men, things like this happen. I remember back in the days, in the church, I've seen disruption people, witches and warlocks that try to come in and try to disrupt service. And I've even had to be the one in the forefront to protect my pastor and grabbing these people and putting them out the church.
Right.
And of course, had he had security, and like I said, had he had, women, that were in place, because there was no way in the world that a woman should get down the aisle to get in front of the man of God like that. So the man of God was left vulnerable and was left in a position where he had to, react and do what he did. Now, of course, it's unfortunate that, he left marks when he grabbed her by the neck to, put her out. But, there's a reason why things had to be done the way that he did, because, and then mind you, this dude has deacons in his church. And all the times, if you look at the footage, the deacons did not make not one move or did not one thing.
Nothing.
And so right now the situation is really bad on all fronts. It's a huge back and forth that's going on online between him, Larry Reed, King Jives, and everything. And we just got to pray, because now this is really truly the attack on the church that we're seeing in real time. But also at the same time too, it's a shaking in the Koran and the prophetic, because what used to be church is about to get done away. The traditions, the things, and I'll even say this: the day of the celebrity preacher is over, because now church people makes noise, but now God is raising up kingdom people.
Yeah.
So now it's time for us now to be kingdom minded, individuals and everything, and try to get off the celebrity. And I try to reach out to Bishop Whitehead to try and have a conversation and an intervention, but he rushed me off the phone, because he was getting ready to have an interview with a blogger. And the thing is that these bloggers ain't your friends.
And not.
Everybody is looking for a come up to make some money in some kind of way, because this is their job. They're content creators. So they're gonna go with whatever narrative that they can and try to paint you out to be the bad person just to make money off the situation.
Yep. So listen, Q, man, thank you so much for logging in, man. I gotta jump into some music.
Yes.
You can hang out. If you can hang out for a little bit, great. If not, brother, I still appreciate everything you did. Just breaking that down masterfully, bro. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna be listening in, but I gotta get ready to get ready for roll call. So I'll holler at you guys.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Not
you,
a problem, guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Man, he
praise God. Kingdom people. That got me. Sorry.
Listen, but between Chef and Q, man, we just got a whole sermon right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Church at the Rise Up camp.
Listen,
love it. I'm here for it.
Listen, let's get to some music. I'm about to get into this track. It's called Glory on Me by Stephen Malcolm. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Now I feel the glory on me. I can't tame the sound, got his story on me, yeah. Put no worries on me. I can't say no else, cause I know you for me, yeah. Now I feel the glory on me. I can't tame the sound, got his story on me, yeah. I ain't got no worries on me. I can't say no else, cause I know he for me, yeah. Search for it, gotta work for it, I can. Always reminding that you're fighting for me, yeah. Now I feel the glory on me. Glory, 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 glory. Feel the glory, the glory, 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 glory.
2009 in the dark, chasing. All I had up in my heart was basic. I had to pick me apart, was jaded. Got me creating this art, proclaiming. Ay, word all on me, and I know you feel it. I turn up complain. Word all on me, and I know. Hey, by the time I give them the sequel, I've been in quarantine with my people. Shout out to 2020, reminding me to keep it about the people. My people dying away, and they need that hope. I'm back in the studio, mixing that dope. Don't cut it or mix it, I'm pure with that flow. He told me shot, so I stay with that glow. He took me from dirt and he planted a seed and he gave me the key. Now my seed on the way, about to break every curse on my family tree. Got to the brush and he painted the dream. He showed me the things that I needed to see. Showed me the ups, he showed me the downs. He said through it all, I'm still going. Now I feel the glory going. Look into the south, got his story going, yeah. I ain't got no worries on me. I can't take no else, cause I know he for me, yeah. Search for it, get around for it like that. Always reminded that you're fighting for me, yeah. I feel the glory on me, the glory.
Yeah. Granny up there pulling a string or two. Grabbing the wheel, that's God's passenger. So much life happened, hey, look how I'm rapping. Life's a movie called My Blessings. My darkest days been life lessons. Place peace in my heart when I'm stressing. I ain't no preacher, a deacon, a reverend, but it's testimony from all of the testing. Being present with the demons present. Appreciate any little piece of heaven. And any deals got God's leverage. Taste and see, it's the best beverage. A bottom dweller, but a top turner. Hey, I feel love doing you a service. May not look the part, but I'm God serving. God's trap, and here wrist working, wrist working.
Now I feel the glory going. Look into the south, got his story going, yeah. I ain't got no worries on me. I can't take no else, cause I know he for me, yeah. Search for it, get around for it like that. Always reminded that you're fighting for me, yeah. Now I feel the glory going, the glory.
It's Trust
Listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio. Don't touch that dial. Keep it locked at riseupworldwide.com.
Wake up in the morning, I didn't feel the rhythm. What is the sing over me? I can't contain it, you see. Hands up to the ceiling, promises fulfilling. My dry days are over, this is my season. I lift my head, I lift my hands and I'll heal. I go down, I go do my dance and I'll praise. Move my feet, I go move my feet to the beat. I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance. I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance. Jump around the street now, never thought it was my turn now. Getting stronger while I wait, Alua is putting things in this place. See, I'll be more than weird now. More than conquer, he's ordering all my steps. Give me the space for my 1-2 step. Lift my head, I lift my hands and I'll heal. I go down, I go do my dance and I'll praise. Move my feet, I go move my feet to the beat. I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance. I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance.
Yeah. Tell it go viral. Play this song on vinyl. Took it back, dance like David. Yeah. Otherwise, dance like Michael. Shackles off my feet now. Yeah. Saints gon' dance in the silos. Yeah. Faith gon' stand. I'ma wake. I'ma raise my hand. I'ma pray for revival. Pray for revival. Yeah. Me king no got no rival. Came with a plan on work mode. Raise my hand on the Bible. Yeah. Lift my feet with a dirt road. Yeah. I'm gon' leave on a high note. Yeah. Shaku buara. Pyra. Fire!
I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance. I know good things are coming, oh, so in the meantime I go dance. So in the meantime I go dance.
You know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide. You're listening to episode number 282 And if you're just now tuning in, you have missed quite a bit.
Mm.
We've been
Understatement.
we've been talking about Bishop Lamore Whitehead and his situation escorting a woman out of his church forcefully after some kind of confrontation. And also, earlier in the show, we were discussing the Black Little Mermaid and the backlash that is getting because she is Black. You know, Terry, if you still listening, please, comment or jump in the conversation because I would love to hear your opinion, or if there's any other African American or even just minority women in general. Please inbox me if you would just like to say a few words. You can call in or you can jump in on the video with us to just say what you have to say. We just ask that you keep it clean. um, and we're just gonna continue on like that, man. Listen, this situation, DJ Lost the Found, you've been quiet talking about Whitehead. I know you have something to say, and I feel like you're holding it for the right time. So I want to hear what you have to say about it.
No, I was only quiet because this is something that I don't feel like I have facts about.
Okay.
I watched the video, right? So first and foremost, it seemed like it was a setup. So I didn't see his live stream. I saw the person who was recording it. I saw their video.
Yeah.
And they were recording even outside of the church before they came in.
Yes.
And they was plotting before they even came in. So setup, clearly. The only thing I don't know about is I don't feel like I saw in that video, and I could have missed it, where the woman, the assailant, whatever you want to say, the older woman who was approaching him, approached his family. I don't feel like I saw that. Maybe, I don't know the layout. Maybe certain things is blocked from view. Obviously, she shouldn't have even gotten that close because she was already yelling and screaming from the back of the church. So they should have had security there. They should have had people who could have escorted her out before she got close. But for me, I don't know if I would have responded that way. Just going off of me not seeing there being an immediate threat with an older woman, I'm sorry, unless I see a weapon, I don't think of you as a threat like that.
So,
I mean, she could be.
So the only
Go
reason I feel you on that, when you only see the official Facebook video from the live broadcast of that service, that's exactly how it appears. It's like, I don't know if I'd have done all of that, right? When I paid attention, he did a live today. It was either earlier. I want to say it was earlier today when I saw it, where he played the security camera footage to show that the two women outside plotting before they came in, they were sitting in the back. One of them comes forward, starts yelling back and forth with him while he's on camera. Then she just walks, like it looks like at first it looked like she's walking towards him. Then she's like a beeline towards his wife and child.
Okay.
And at that point, as soon as he realized they walked past him, he made a split-second decision to grab her and push her out the church. And the audio from it is call the police, get her out of here, get her out of here. He didn't choke her per se. And when people say assault, he didn't hit her. He just grabbed her by her back, the back of her neck. That's not choking. That's controlling. There's a difference. You can't.
Well, law enforcement sees, for me, somebody that been to prison.
Assault, bro.
That's assault. That's assault. Even a CEO got suspended for grabbing me like that when I was handcuffed to go to a shower.
I mean, listen.
Right. So it's assault. But my thing is this. This is so it was enough force for her to have marks, as Q the Prophet said. Now here's the thing. My thing is this. When that back and forth started, it shouldn't even went no further than that. Action should have happened. And what happened was he was unfortunately, and I hate to say it like this, but he was a victim of his own prophetic utterance to that lady. When he said, "I'm gonna make you famous."
That part.
Yeah.
He invited her up.
He ate his
like,
own
take
words.
the pictures.
Yeah, and
that was the first mistake, inviting her up. That was the first mistake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now if you invite her to come up
Yep. You're opening
and
doors.
your family is on the first row, you invited her to come into this area. At the end of the day, it's not about, because I don't want anybody to feel like this is about bashing. This is going back to what I said earlier. This is about accountability. And one thing that I've noticed in church culture, there is a lack of accountability. There's a lack of accountability,
Big
and
fact.
everybody wants to operate in the spirit of offense.
Big facts.
Everybody operates in this spirit of offense to where clarity is not being seen, right? Because if they was already disrupting from the back of the church, if the Holy Spirit want me to lay hands on her and cast out demons, he gonna send me to her.
Right.
He not gonna tell me to tell her to come here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even in the Bible, where the woman that was operating in the spirit of divination, it was saying to the disciples, you know, everything she was saying was true, but she was operating in the wrong spirit. And they rebuked her. They didn't invite her to come here.
Listen, anybody wants to jump in on this conversation, please call in 516-418-RISE. The number's up on the screen for you to call in. Again, 516-418-RISE. And let's hear from you. I would love to hear from a woman of minority background to talk about this. Because I mean, we got a lot of opinions from men here. I want to hear from women. I know Terry Khan Adolfo was in the comments earlier and said that she could understand to a certain point him reacting the way he did if he thought somebody was attacking his family, right? Again, is it right that he did that? Not really, right? Because again, I don't condone it. But at the same time, I can't say that if I thought somebody was attacking or going to attack my family, I can't honestly say that I would have reacted differently, you know?
So, as far as the reaction, you know, being a husband and seeing what even if she made a beeline, I'm more inclined to get in between her and my family rather than grab her by the back of her neck,
right,
and toss her to the people to throw her out. Like,
right.
To me, there was, and I don't know him, right, but it seemed like there was premeditated violence. If you're asking me, with his approach, come on up here, I'm gonna make you famous. Like I'm a like, and then he grabs her with the amount of force to actually leave whelps on her neck, bruh. Like, to me, it seems very much to me, just from the outside looking in, like homie was looking for a confrontation, and I can almost understand it with all of the pressure that he's had and the people who are coming for him. Like, we don't understand that because none of us has ever been in that type of spotlight. The amount of people that's coming for his neck and is and, you know, and then some people are saying that the robbing was fake, that he set that up. Some people are saying that, you know what I mean? So the amount of pressure that he has, I can get where that can cloud your judgment. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Putting your hands on a woman, you know, old enough to be your mama. I don't know about that one.
So
old enough to be my mama. Let me say that.
She's not old, bro. She's like our age.
Yeah, she looks like she's in her mid-30s.
Bro, she's like 30.
That wasn't an older woman?
No.
Okay. I thought I saw an older woman. Okay.
And the reason I know that is because she did an interview with Larry Reed.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
Oh yeah, that's
interview with Larry, right?
Yeah, no, it's probably, you know, like it's like what Q was saying. Like he like over like twist the story.
Man, not only that, so she did an interview with Larry Reed, right?
Mm-hmm.
On there, and yeah, when I saw it, I had to laugh because we went on there and her name was Prophetess something, and I said,
what?
Really? Like,
you mean like Juanita Bynum?
Look, you know what? You know what? It's
Wow.
strange enough. Strange enough that you said that, right? Because one of the things that I immediately noticed in the video was as the woman was walking by, you can't really hear what she's saying, but the expression on his face was that whatever she said was the thing that got up under his skin.
Mm.
So it didn't seem like it was more so she was making a beeline towards his family. It's what she said, because she was walking that way the whole time. She was talking. So she didn't come to the front and stand there and talk to him face to face. She came to the front and made that right and was walking that way the entire time. The moment she got a few inches in front of him, whatever she said was enough to contort his face and make him lash out. So I don't know if this woman is prophetess or not. Right? I mean, let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people got all kind of titles in the church now.
Facts.
Everybody got a title,
Everybody.
right? Everybody got a title. Lord told me years ago when we was all dealing with that Mike Brown situation and all those reverends and pastors and everybody was standing up on the news and making speeches and everything. The Holy Spirit told me years ago, everybody got a name and no power.
That's real talk.
Right? So whatever this lady said, she could very well have that title in whatever her local assembly is. You know what I mean? But it seems like those wasn't some people that he ain't never seen or never heard about. It didn't seem like there was no absolute strangers, because as DJ Lost and Found said, there was a level of animosity there. There was a level of animosity there. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, and I'm not in that position. I'm no one's pastor, right? I can only go off of my own experiences and things that or reactions that I've had, even verbal reactions that I've had to people while walking this walk, I've had to repent for. Right? Because what happens is conviction happens. When you seek in God's face, conviction happens. I don't care how right you thought you were.
Right.
If the Holy Spirit is telling you wrong, conviction happens. And another issue that we have in the body now is no one wants correction. No one wants to be chastised. Nobody wants correction. And this is why the church as a whole is becoming a muddy mess.
Yep.
Because no one wants to be corrected. No one gets sat down anymore. People mess up and muddy up and muck up stuff in the church and still continue on in their titlely duties as if holiness doesn't play a part. Right? Since we talking about Bible, be ye holy because I am holy. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. Like, these are scriptures that we like to quote and stand on when it's beneficial to us.
When is beneficial?
So somebody been in his Bible bag right now.
Listen, God doing a work on me, man, because I know it's a lot of areas and a lot of things that I could have done differently. A lot of things I could have said differently. Right? Listen, man, I'm in a place where I'm still repenting for stuff that I wouldn't even thought about 5 years ago.
Right.
Right? Because guess what? We still got to give account of that stuff when we stand before the King. And what happens is we don't deal with holiness. We don't deal with, listen, it's not by your works. I don't care how much work you do. It ain't by your works. Your works ain't gonna get you into heaven.
So I'm going back as you were talking, right? The woman is named Prophetess Tarsha, Tarsha. I don't see her last name. Maybe Tarsha Howard, I believe. Yes, Prophet Tarsha Howard, right? In the video, comes to find out she's an author, right? She's an author, and supposedly she was doing a piece on the black church and leadership in the church and such and such. So she was coming there to get content for her book, right? Setup. That's a setup. And then the person that was with her is a vlogger.
Oh, wow.
So you got a vlogger and a book writer together to come to a church that's known to be, let's just be honest, he's known to be controversial, at least right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a setup. It was a setup to make him look bad, and unfortunately, they succeeded. They literally succeeded in what they did. She's now famous.
Yeah, she gonna sell books. The blogger gonna get clicks and likes and get a check.
The black church looks bad again.
Yeah, like worse, almost even worse. Like,
right. You know what I mean? So this is why I say this was an attack from the enemy. He was provoked. He's in a state of trauma. We as a church, we got to pray for this man.
Yes.
You know, I'm not saying we need to defend him per se, because he out there. But you know what I mean?
No, definitely pray. But see, we need to know what we need to pray for.
Facts.
Right? It's far too many blanket prayers when we serve a specific God.
Talk about it.
So anyway, I'm gonna break this up. Let's get to some music. You know, we didn't beat this up. We can come back and talk about it. If somebody wants to call and talk,
we can go to the next topic, man.
516-418-RISE. We can get into it. Let's get into some of the KCAs.
Yes.
Next week, man.
Spicy.
That's gonna be a great topic, especially with DJ Lost and Found.
I'm spreading love and positivity. Stop it.
He's like
tonight.
Man.
That's what I'm doing tonight.
I'm giving flowers
tonight. This is what I'm doing tonight.
Listen, I can respect that. He said, "Listen, I'm here. I'm not here for a long time, but I'm here.
Come in peace.
Now you come in peace.
I come in peace.
Like, you don't want
come in peace. Leave them in pieces. I hear you, bro. That's how I feel. Today.
That's a word.
Listen, I feel like we amping him up.
Come on, Blue. Play the record. Okay, we gonna keep
open the door. I'm
up.
gonna walk in. All right, just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
I was adopted, but I was born with a purpose. Didn't know it at first until it rose to the surface. Now I have vision, the gospel tatted on my heart. The light that sent me, well, that's a magnet for the lost. I go and snatch them from the dark, painting pictures of revival was mine. Write a passage from the start, a decade in the making. It all happened from a spark when I was praying in my basement. Now I'm ramping up the charts. I ain't playing. This is war. Till everybody's heard the gospel is pedal to the floor. The devil had me bound, but now I'm settling the score. I'm winning lost souls and only settling for more. Head first into a hurricane, hitting the road till everybody's heard his name. Praying that my spark turns into a burning flame. Across the nation, generations, we want truth, not fabricated replacements. And the truth is what you gonna get. Gold records, we here to run the set. Not from the past, from the next. Leaders of the new school, setting new rules. Blowing past cats who act too cool. Cause every venue, every mic I check, the situation is life and death. That's why me and the team are hitting your city. So if you down for the cause and with me, we'll pack your bags. Time is now, let's go. Go, 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 go. Setback, tribulation, trials, tribulation, setback, let down, setback, tribulation, trials, tribulation, setback, let down, setback, tribulation, trials, tribulation, setback, let down, setback, tribulation, trials. We were born for this. 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 Your boy never went to class, too busy mixing beats. Shout out to those who gave me food when I forget to eat. Locked in the dorm with the computer, learning to use her. Made over 500 beats before I call myself a producer. And that was easy. Been building ever since, gaining interest along the way. That's why I spit with so much strength. 10,000 hours plus of practice, sitting on that bench. Hip hop's Aaron Rodgers. Now it's my time to up and flex. Man, I ain't cocky, man, I'm confident in Jesus. So when you hate, it's just a compliment. You know what's obvious why I can spit, cause I'm empty pockets with the gospel. Lost souls is what I'm about to get. Yeah, that's the mission, that's the mind frame. Forget the block, I climbed the corporate ladder, got on my game. I reinvested all of my gains back into my brand, so I could tell these labels hit the highway. Yeah, it's independent to the depth of me. Gold records, this ain't a hobby, it's my destiny. I hit my face, and God gave us the recipe to reach the lost in fallen cities where we bless the streets. And I ain't stopping till I hit the grave. They say I'm pretty brave, saying our country will be saved. Well, I don't want you, get ready to be amazed, cause this is the year God's letting me out the cage. I was born for this.
You know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide, bringing you the best in music
Yes,
news,
sir.
and trending topics. Listen, these topics today got spicy.
Yeah.
Ooh, hot caliente. Listen, I want to talk to y'all about the Kingdom Choice Awards coming up next week, October 1st, at the Symphony Space. This is one of the premier Christian hip hop award show. And listen, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be
amazing. The lineup is crazy.
Lineup is crazy, bro. They got the Ambassador, the Truth, Bizzle, Richie Righteous, Miles Minnick, Dayton, AID Anomaly, The Saga, David Vieira, formerly known as Gage, Celis Hamilton, Brinson, Flojic, Cole Campbell, and a host of other people, man. Like just so many people.
So many.
And it's just gonna be fire, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it last year, but I'm definitely looking forward to it this year. Listen, I think it's gonna be a fire show, man. Randy, I know you've been a part and worked with KCAs in the past. Lost and Found, you've worked with KCAs in the past, and the Rock, you've attended KCAs with me in the past. You know what I mean?
Sir.
How do y'all feel about this show coming up?
So this is definitely a big one because first off, it's no longer in the Cummel Theater. For those who's never attended in the past, it's always been in LIU, Long Island University in Brooklyn, in the Cummel Theater. And that space is small. Like it's not huge. So,
right. Yeah.
So, you know, and there's even times I spoke to Marcus when he was like in the playing stages of Brainy on Broadway. Like it's a huge risk because I've never heard of the symphony stage nor been to it. So I did my due diligence and research, and it's huge. Like
it's a nice space, yeah.
Yeah, OD, yeah. So this is definitely going to be a big one, and this is like history in the making. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that means more seats need to be filled, more tickets need to be sold. That's the big one, you know, and more marketing dollars need to go into it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited. I know last year was at Church City, Richie Righteous Church. So that was just like fresh from the pandemic when lockdown was over. So it was, you know, it was a more intimate setting. But this setting is gonna definitely be like a huge situation, and I'm looking forward to it to be a part of history because this is definitely history in the making.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a really big because like first off, the level of artists that they were able to get this time, like just Bizzle, Richie Righteous, Ambassador, and The Truth, right? Let's be honest. 3 of those 4 were around when Christian hip hop was in its infancy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Being Richie Righteous. Richie Righteous is the reason I started getting involved in CHH. Back in 2000 and I want to say 2005, 2006, and he sent me a message on Black Planet. As a matter of fact, that's how far this goes back.
Dang.
I had a Planet. He sent me a DM, which it wasn't even called that then. He sent me a DM and was like, "Yo," because I was doing secular rap at the time, right? And he was like, "Yo, when you gonna start rapping for Christ?" I remember I saw that and I literally stared at the screen like blank because I had nothing to say. Had nothing to say because it was like it was such a conviction, right? Because I remember he was the first CHH rapper that I heard that I liked. So I'm glad that he's been out. Listen, he's been out of the spotlight for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, he just did a
tour
concert at my church.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's still touring. That's what's up.
Praise God. You know what I mean? Praise God, he's doing his thing because you know it's anytime you see that, you know, because for a while he was just pastoring.
Right.
You know, so praise God for that. Bizzle, you know what I mean? He made it more popular to be hood and be Christian.
Oh, when he dropped the M-bombs back then, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was the first one to do it, honestly.
He was going at secular rappers' neck, like that was like unheard of.
Like the Messenger mixtape series was crazy.
He was going right at him.
Yo, like
yeah. So
I think it was like one of the dopest like mixtape series I heard in Christian hip hop. Like just straight up, like I remember hearing that verse he did calling out Jay-Z. I became an Insta fan.
Yep.
Like I'm like this dude. This dude was raw, and then he did one over Nicki Minaj's beat about influencing his niece and stuff like that. I'm like, this dude is going in. Like he the type of dude to like crash Hollywood and be like, yo, y'all need to repent. Like he's like one of those dudes like in the streets with the picket signs. I'm like, you need to repent. Like that's what he's been doing. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it was those joints. Those I can't even call them diss tracks, but those tracks getting at them, and then he released Dear Hip Hop.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a good song. That's a good song.
And then I was like, okay, this dude is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a message. Yeah.
Right. Right. And I think
then my girl is on there. My girl on there. Y'all know how I feel about AI. That's my girl. Like she's super dope, man. Like lyricist, she's definitely by far one of my favorite female CHH artists. It's her, and then right behind her is Prestavia.
Yep. Just as a person, she's AI is really dope. You know what I mean? Just as a person.
Yeah. She's
an artist. You know what I mean? But as a person. So, you know, let me tell you, I've been going back and listening to some battle raps from Prestavia.
She's a problem, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
she's
making waves.
Bro.
She's making waves. Like,
listen, I'm telling you right now, if I was in battle rap, I would not want to see her, bro.
She's a problem, bro.
I would not want to see her because
anybody could get it. Yeah.
Listen, her wordplay is fire. She got a commanding voice as is.
The aggression.
She like Remy got saved.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Bruh.
Like
definitely Remy got saved. You know what I mean? So big shout to her. Listen, I promise you, if y'all can plug me in to Prestavia, we need to get her on the show. Somebody listening, make that happen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No, I'll find out. I'll send a line out to Dr. Tay.
Right. Dr. Tay be knowing people.
Yeah.
Knowing people. You know what I mean? Lost and Found know everybody.
He knows everybody.
He knows everybody. He's 50-50 man.
He's probably at the CHH
50-50 man.
He's at the CHA's Mount Rushmore, like beat.
Randy, stop, bro. Stop.
He's like right there. He's like,
not-
yo, who you think should be there? That guy, this guy. Like,
Nah.
All they did was pick up your album and say, all right, let me.
yeah, exactly. Like, I know CDs ain't out, man, but I gotta get this joint on. I gotta pass this.
All right, let me see who Lost and Found put on this joint, right? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He said 50.
Got him.
Wow.
50. I bet. Let me see who these 50 are. Like,
Man. Listen, we have run out of time for this episode, man. I just want to thank each and every person that logged in. Lost and Found, thank you for rocking with us on this episode, bro.
100.
Appreciate you, just on the fly deciding to jump in and be a part of everything. Just want to say you appreciate that, bro. And to the team, Randy, Chef, y'all know it's nothing but love, man. And everybody that tuned in, thank you for tuning in. The comments really help us because that means we know you listening. So please keep it up. Make sure y'all share it. Listen, go on go on iTunes, Spotify, Android Marketplace, and make sure y'all give us 5 stars. Please go and rate us. Go somewhere, iHeartRadio, please rate us. You know what I mean? We need to grow, and we can only do that with your help. All right? So y'all know what it is. We will see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here on Rise Up Worldwide. Love y'all. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Peace.
You're now listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.